Okay, so we're now on the seventh part of the video, I guess. Let's now substitute and evaluate the root of the discriminant. So, first things first, since merong ABC dyan sa ating root of the discriminant, kailangan naka-standard form muna yung ating equation. So, x squared minus 3x, basically, yung negative 1, lilipat sa kabila. So, we now have x squared minus 3x. Yung negative 1, magiging positive 1, equals 0. Okay, next is identify the ABC. So, our A is 1, kasi wala tayong nakikita na nasa tabi ng x squared. Okay? B is negative. Sige, ibang color na lang. Gawin natin itong blue. Blue for B is negative 3. And for C, which is positive 1. Ngayon, kapag na-standard form na at nakuha natin ang ABCs, we are now ready to substitute. Okay? Now, dito sa ating the root of the discriminant, urong ko lang siya dito. Okay? Take note na may dalawang part yan. Okay? So, ano yung part na yun? First is yung nasa loob. Yung nasa loob niya is B square minus 4AC, right? And then, saka natin siya i-extract yung square root. Okay? So, unahin muna natin yung nasa loob. So, ano ba yung nasa loob? B square. So, ang nasa loob natin is B square. Wait lang. Okay, B square minus 4AC. Okay. So, let's substitute. Magsasabi tayo. Ano yung B? B is negative 3. So, parenthesis square. Ang B natin is negative 3 minus 4. Ang A natin is positive 1. And then, ang C natin is positive 1. Kita niyo po? Ayan ang C. Okay? So, nagsasubstitute tayo. Nagpapalit tayo. Okay? Next, simplify. Evaluate. What is negative 3 times negative 3? So, it is basically multiplying the number by itself. So, negative 3 times negative 3. Right? Okay? So, we are multiplying. So, we will be using the triangle. Negative times negative. That gives us positive. So, positive 9. And then, remember yung kaninang drill natin. Separate tayo dyan. Okay? And then, we multiply first the first two. Negative 4 times 1. So, that gives us negative 4. Burahin ko lang ito saglit. Okay. So, negative 4 times positive 1. Okay. So, negative 4 times positive 1. That gives us negative answer. So, 4 times 1, that's 4. So, the answer for that is negative 4. And then, times na natin siya dito. So, times 1. So, what is negative 4 times 1 again? So, wait lang. Let me erase again this one. So, negative 4 times 1. So, again, for negative 4, we cover the negative sign. And for positive 1, we cover positive. Okay. So, what's that? Negative ulit. So, negative 4 times 1. Negative 4 times 1 is negative 4. And then, we combine this one, 9 minus 4. So, we get what? Negative 9 minus 4 is 5. Okay? Now, take note na itong sagot nito is sagot pa lang dyan. No? Yung nasa loob, no, ng square root. So, may square root pa. Equals square root of, ito yung nasa loob, di ba? Yan, di ba? B square minus 4AC. Ang sagot natin kanina dyan is the square root of, ano yan, 5, right? Square root of 5. Okay, so, we get the square root of 5. So, what is the square root of 5? May square root bang 5? Wala. Okay, so, wala siyang, hindi siya perfect square. Wala siyang whole number na sagot. Okay, so the answer is square root of 5. Okay? Again, pag hindi na po na kayang i-extract, hindi na kayang kunin yung square root niya, magiging ganun na lang yung sagot. So, ang sagot natin dito is square root of 5. Let's now have second example for the root of the discriminant. So, first things first is to have it written in standard form. So, 8x squared plus 2 is equal to negative 9x. So, we should transpose the 9x. Okay, what's wrong? What's going on with my screen? Oops, it's not working like that. So, negative, there we go. Negative 9x to the middle because it's linear term. And we need to write it next to the quadratic term, which is 8x squared. 8x squared to be followed by a linear term, negative 9x transposed. So, we change the sign into positive 9x. And then we copy the constant term 2 equals 0. Now, for the values of ABCs, for our A, it's 8. For our B, it's 9. For C equals 2. And then, take note that there are two parts in solving this one, no? In simplifying this one. First is, you need to simplify first the discriminant. So, ano ba yung discriminant natin? That is B squared minus 4AC. Right? So, yung discriminant muna. So, B squared minus 4AC. B squared minus 4AC. So, ang B natin is positive 9. This one. So, B is positive 9 square minus 4. 4 is a constant. So, constant meaning, nandyan lang siya palagi. Okay, 4A, what is our A? A is 8, right? So, 8. We are now substituting. Nagpapalit na tayo, right? So, C is 2. This one. So, C is 2. Okay, then we go ahead and simplify. 9 square meaning 9 times 9. So that gives us 81. And then we write the separation here, okay, so that we can visualize what we are going to multiply. Negative 4 times 8. Okay, so that gives us negative 4 cover negative, and then positive 8 cover positive. So what's left is negative. 4 times 8 gives us a product of 32. So for negative 4 times 8, that is negative 32. Multiply by the third number, which is 2. So we have, hang on, let me just clear this one. So first I have to cover the sign of negative 32, which is negative, and then the sign of positive 2, which is positive. So what's left again is another negative number. Okay, we have now negative, and then 32. 32 times 2 gives us positive 60, negative 64. Okay, so dalawang 32, that's 64. And now we are done multiplying the three numbers. Let's now combine it with the one we have squared a while ago, which is 81. So I'm going to write 81 here. So what is 81 minus 64? So that gives us 81 minus 64, so this now becomes 11. This now becomes 7. 11 minus 4 is 7. And 7 minus 6 is 1. So the b square minus 4ac is equal to 17, right? So that's the discriminant. Okay, now let's go to its root. So the discriminant is equal to 17. And then we try to extract, no? Extract. What is the square root of 17? So 17 is not a perfect square, therefore we are not getting a whole number or a number that can be written in a fraction form. So this is now our answer. Okay, so square root of 17. Okay, so for the third example, let's now have this. 9x squared equals 1. So first things first, we have to rewrite it into standard form. So this has no linear term, so we'll be proceeding to our constant term, and that is positive 1. When it crosses over the equal sign, it changes the sign from positive, this one is positive, right? It will turn into negative, then 1, okay? Equals 0. Now let's identify the ABCs. So what are the ABCs? For the A value, we have 9. B is not here. There's no linear terms, so our coefficient B is 0. And for our C, that is negative 1. Now, for again and again, the square root of the discriminant. Our discriminant here is the b squared minus 4ac. Okay, so let's solve first for the discriminant. So the discriminant goes like this, b squared minus 4ac. Okay, and then we substitute. What is the value of b? B is 0. So 0 squared minus 4. What is our a? A is 9. Okay, C is negative 1. Okay, and then we simplify or evaluate. So let me just write the separation dots here. Okay, what is 0 squared? 0 times 0 is basically 0. And now let's simplify this. Negative 4 times positive 9. Okay, so I'm gonna cover negative because negative 4 is a negative number. Positive 9, so I'm gonna cover positive for positive 9. What's left is a negative sign, so this one has a product of negative number. 4 times 9 is 36, so for negative 4 times 9, that is negative 36. Then we multiply it by the third number, which is the negative 1. Let me just that one. And negative 36, let me just clear this one out. So negative 36 for negative number, I'm going to cover negative here. And negative number again, I'm going to cover another negative. Okay, so what's left is a positive sign. So 36 times 1, that gives us positive 36. Now we're going to combine 0 here. Okay, 0 plus 36, and that gives us 36. So therefore, the discriminant is 36. And we're going to extract. What is the square root of 36? Okay, very good. That gives us positive 6, right? So this is our answer. Now for your practice, I want you to do this, okay? The equation, standard form, the ABCs, the twice of A, and the opposite of B, and the root of the discriminant. So you have to give me the standard form. Then after you do that, you give me the values of ABCs. After you do that, you go for a substitution and evaluation. That's the same with what we had here, no? You may rewatch again the previous video tutorials. Negative B, sub and evaluate again. And also for this one, substitute and evaluate. Okay, so we will reveal the answer during our face-to-face class. That will be all. See you in our math class.